Hello, my name is Lola, and I'm going to be reacting to The Haunted Mansion by Nostalgia Critic. This was recommended to me by Tanya Majors. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I have never ever seen this movie. All I know is that Eddie Murphy's in it. That's all I know, and he moves into a haunted mansion. I guess I don't know. But anyway, let's check it out. See what Nostalgia Critic thinks about it. If you want to like, comment, subscribe my channel. You can if you don't want to. That's fine too. Here we go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Well, if you've ever been to the Magic Kingdom, chances are one of your favorite rides is the Haunted Mansion. How could it not be? With its endless creativity, gothic atmosphere, and so many clever visuals that no one could see it in one viewing. The Haunted Mansion has become one of the theme park's most praised attractions. So, when Disney had a surprise monster hit with their Pirates of the Caribbean movie, they figured maybe bringing the same amount of cinematic effort to one of the most famous rides of all time might be called for here as well. Best way to begin? Well, let's have Eddie Murphy star in it. Ruin! How could one of Disney's most playfully dark and gothic ideas be given to such an obviously wrong actor? Not that Eddie Murphy can't do good work, he just does it so rarely. This is like putting Will Ferrell in Batman, or Sarah Silverman in Sophie's Choice, or Pierce Brosnan in a music. Oh yeah, we're still paying for that. But some actors obviously don't go with some movies. And the sad thing is they tried to tailor what could have been a really awesome idea with a dark sense of humor to a story as intriguing as the ones you find on the side of Happy Meal boxes. Hell, even Happy Meal boxes are looking creepier than anything in this film. So, does anything capture the original creativity of the ride? Well, let's take a look with Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion. So a boy, who literally has nothing to do with anything, shows up just so the house can tell him to piss off. Well, you heard the movie. It's a go away. It wants to get rid of us as much as the writing does. We then transition via shit-eating grin to Eddie Murphy trying to sell a house to overactor number 1 and overactor number 2.
It's just what we've been looking for.
There aren't enough plugs.
Doyle!
Every house we look at, you find something to pick at.
I just know what I like.
Would you like a divorce? Because I'll bring it.
Hey.
If I had a nickel for how many divorces were caused by plugs. Actually, that sounds worse than I meant it to be.
We love the house.
He closes up another deal at the Ricky Tikki room where the happy couple wants to celebrate, but Murphy has to get to his anniversary dinner in time for— oh, it's this bullshit setup. See, I didn't know if they were gonna do the clumsy dreamer who has to prove himself, the cowardly weirdo who has to prove himself, but now I see it's the workaholic douchebag who has to prove himself. Because as we all know with family films, there's only 3 stories to tell. And seeing how the last film combining a black father with ghosts used this method to such fucking greatness, it only makes sense to use it again here. What a world of maybe a child-sized handful of possibilities.
Did you just sell their house?
I sure did. Because we're looking to buy.
And seeing how Murphy clearly for some reason doesn't believe in business cards, he misses the dinner with his very angry wife.
Okay, we'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take off this weekend.
What?
Like we did last year with the kids, just us and the kids for the whole weekend. How's that sound?
How about Orlando? I've voiced so many annoying characters for their attraction, surely we can get in for free. She agrees to the trip, but travel-sized Chris Rock here is afraid of a spider in his room.
And it's time I teach you how to kill a spider the right way, all right?
Yeah, I remember how many kids had Houdini posters hanging in their room. Maybe that was a plot thread that was going to go somewhere, but again, they probably saw how well it worked in Ghost Dad, and seriously, movie, nobody should have this many strange connections to that fucking film.
Oh, yeah, right.
But they get a call to look at a house that could be a big payday for Murphy and decides to take a look with his family before their weekend break.
Megan, don't slam the door like that. It's very sensitive.
It's a car, Dad.
Ah! It's not just a car. It's a very delicate piece of machinery. Shh. She didn't mean what you just said. She didn't mean that.
Well, can't imagine why that scene was put in there. You'd see a less obvious setup with bowling pins having the words "break me" written on them. So they enter the haunted mansion. While not badly designed, it does look like every other creepy movie house you've seen before. Nothing really sets it that much apart. Hey look, there goes Casper, Morticia, Count Olaf, and Owen Wilson reminding us to be scared.
Really creepy.
Thus we're introduced to the butler of the house, and clearly the only person having any fun in this film, Terrence Stamp. That's right, General Zod is playing this part. And if you want an idea for what you're in for, take a listen to how he says his very first line.
Sarah Evers?
And I'm not even kidding, that is literally how he says every single line in this film. He has a machine gun vibrato that will make Elmer Fudd's laugh jealous.
The master. Sounds wonderful. Storm has flooded the road.
I'm hunting rabbits. Seriously, Zod, what are you doing in this film?
Well, remember when I said I did some movies in the past I wasn't very proud of?
Oh. Well, yeah, but I thought you meant,
What? Thought I meant what?
I just kind of made the assumption that You
thought I was doing porn, didn't you?
Well, it's just the way you're dressed, you know? I just
No, I see. Just because a man wears all leather and exposes his man cleavage means he must be some sort of gentleman of the night.
It's just most people outside of that industry don't usually dress that way.
Well, according to the Matrix, all Houstonians dress this way. It doesn't mean I have sex for money.
Okay, I'm sorry I made that assumption.
Okay, Zod, ready when you are. Drop the pants and let's get filming.
Well, I'm doing it now. That's only because certain opportunities have opened up for me.
Opportunities?
Yes, apparently when the Man of Steel lasers your balls off, everybody wants to see what it looks like. Might as well make a little cha-ching off of it.
I'm gonna forget anything about your genitalia, Wissette, and get back to the review.
Fine, I got work to do too. Well, I guess I should get used to that.
So Zod takes them to the owner of the house named Edward Gracie.
Tell me, Mr. Evers, do you believe in ghosts?
Well, I have brought my career back from the dead several times. Does that count?
The storm has swollen the river.
Okay, Zod, I know the voice you're going for, but has anyone ever actually heard another person talk like that? You're making Michael Crawford sound like the Micro Machine guy.
I'm afraid there will be no leaving the mansion tonight.
It's as dark as the music of the night, Christine. So they can't leave the mansion and decide to spend the night there.
Will there be anything else that you require, sir?
Well, you gonna get some chocolates?
Pardon?
You know the little chocolates they put on the hotel pillows? Sometimes they have chocolates on the pillow.
Save it for Shrek 12.
Of course, no one
"Man, shut
actually
up."
sleeps, and they start snooping around the house because, well, it's a big creepy place and they all have Penny Gadget syndrome.
Interesting.
Murphy discovers the bat poles while the daughter also makes a shocking discovery.
What do you think it is?
Or at least, it would be shocking if she was even the tiniest bit surprised by it.
I think it wants us to follow it. It does. It wants us to follow it.
Dude, we're the iPhone generation. The only time we're ever actually shocked is when Facebook changes their layout. They did it again? My life is over. The wife as well bumps into Gracie, who seems to be quite taken with her. So much so that you swear he only has one setting in this film. Whimsical.
Grand parties, dancing, laughter. I really must show you.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
It's a corpse. And above all, hope.
Even when he's saying really sad stuff, he seems bizarrely inspired by it.
These walls are filled with so many memories. Some of them painful.
You can tell by the smile on my face. I'm so upset.
Elizabeth. Hers is the story that haunts these walls.
You see, a long time ago she... Oh, I guess we're not doing that then. Odd transition.
The kids follow the flaming Smurf testicle deeper into the house where they come across a picture of a woman that, of course, looks just like their mom.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be up here. This is unspeakable. Unspeakable.
Inconceivable even. Come on, high five. You knew that was coming. Come on, give me a high five. Actually, put your hand on the computer screen and give me a high five. Come on, high five. High five me, bro. High five. If you actually do it, I will be concerned about you. Bazad enters the room and they tell them to hide.
The children are not in their room.
Children? What children?
The children she wasn't supposed to bring, along with that brainless husband of hers.
Those rascally rapscallions really ruffle my riches.
If I had to listen to another word from that insufferable fool, I think I would have burst.
Of course, sir. What a fool!
I'll be the only one tasting the scenery, thank you.
The final arrangements have been made. Nothing further will interfere with the Master's plan.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my monster from his slab began to rise.
Meanwhile, Murphy stumbles across another big surprise. Terrible CG that could have easily been done with makeup! Hey, DreamWorks is the only company that gets to turn me into a computer-generated jackass. He then comes across Madame Leota, who, if you remember from the ride, was played by the same actress who played Maleficent in Cinderella's stepmother. So obviously, they had to get somebody just as dignified to play the— oh, you fucking kidding me?
There is great evil in this house.
I'm
The
sorry,
devil's
what?
curse. It seeks to destroy you.
Okay, look, I have nothing against Jennifer Tilly. She's funny, she's talented, and surprisingly random, a goddess of poker. But this is meant for a dignified voice. Every time I hear her, I keep expecting her to get legal advice from Jim Carrey.
And lead us through
I
this
love that movie.
stormy night.
She then lifts him up into the air with a bunch of instruments because really no reason except it was on the ride. I'm trying to out-Tucker Chris Tucker!